Stadium in Houston. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out is their 6'2 quarterback who was a 4th-round pick back in 2012, Kirk Cousins. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll be pretty well stopped at his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And for this young rookie making his first NFL start, a moment he's been waiting for since draft day.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength can make every throw in the book. He's an asset to have in any offense.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Boy, fingers crossed here, first quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Looking to throw. Weaver. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
On 1st down, Weaver. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. They'll try the right side with Harris. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. Bulldozes past him and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Back to throw. Weaver. That's going to be caught by Pickens. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Weaver. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Christian Harris there finding his way home to record the sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. This is caught, and in for the Steelers touchdown. Byron Pringle from 17 yards out. And the Steelers are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense humming here in the early going.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And really a nice job there to make something out of that run, sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4. Play fake, Cousins. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Pierce gets this one running right.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins.
Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Running left, it's Penny. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Weaver.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week one. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Weaver. Got an open man. It's Pringle.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And that'll be caught by the tight end, Keene.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On the draw, it's Harris. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores.
Cousins on 1st down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Cousins. He gets it to Cooks. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Cousins again.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. Now Cousins. And that's complete to Cooks. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Here we go, here we go.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Weaver. He finds Pickens over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Jet sweep. Here's Pickens with it. Pushes past him. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Cousins now. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw, Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Cousins over the middle, complete. That's Shepard. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now
as he's on to punt for Houston.
Now Callaway on the return.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And the Steelers set to take the field. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
1st down, and they go back to Harris. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
On 2nd down, Williams.
And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Back to throw.
Weaver. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Looking to throw. Weaver completes it to Watt. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Now a give. Running left is Harris. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. Touchdown!
George Pickens
from 6 yards away.
And the Steelers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it is 28-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Houston set to take over. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's gonna be knocked away and incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Steelers, they're gonna... excellent field position. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run again with Breida. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And the former Rice Al Boswell puts this one through in his return to Houston.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now Houston's offense taking over again. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing is Cousins.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Cousins.
To Pierce, they set up the screen.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game.
Going for it with Pierce.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
And they will take a knee here. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have